Yeah, but
we don't have 28.
Don't collect from Renee.
No, I won't. I got it.
what I'm saying
I'll
is,
get the door for you.
the table's too dead. They need to have two desks.
Yeah, I definitely try to make it as cold in here as possible so that everybody in it. How many people are we at?
Right, Mark?
28.
Mark, those tables
What happened to the 36?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you want any last minute? No. Mark,
You're playing right
What's that? Uh-huh.
Would you like any last minute?
No. Nope, I'm going to announce. She says 28 people.
28, that's all that's paid.
Hi, Tony.
Hey.
People aren't paid.
Oh, okay. So maybe, Trevor, did you pay? Cool.
I can just see they come through, but...
Yeah, there should be. I'm sorry, there they are. Thank you. Oh. RFID on that one, and then I've got.
We're not going to see each other.
I was going to run two.
That middle record.
Because. Well, on the final, on the feature table, then only one deck, but train's really quick. And then I think I'd keep that one at one deck. Yes, you do, train.
He's doing the whole night?
Uh-huh.
I don't think he knows that.
He knows I'm bringing him home at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Did you hear that? 28 buying so far.
Okay. And everybody at this table's bought in?
Yeah.
Okay. You got to figure out who is and who isn't then. That's cool. I think Steve Turin isn't here yet. And so everybody's already paid, so you're on the list. Yep. Okay. Everybody on this side already paid. All the money for the buy-in. Okay.
They've all paid in here.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to happen.
People showed up to your shop.
I have a note on there that says call me on my phone number if it's okay by me.
What's the deal?
There's supposed to be like 36 people.
No, we merge.
We got 28.
We're going to merge the 3 tables then, right?
Yep, definitely.
9 at each, plus 110.
Sounds good.
Let's see. Yeah, it's quarter after. If people haven't told me by now that they're late or...
Yeah, doing RSVP. And they didn't, nobody paid in advance. It's not here, did they?
Nope.
Okay, well.
So 3 tables. We're at 9. We can't do more than that.
Because he's dealing here, right?
Yeah, train will be on this table.
Okay.
And actually, I kind of like it starting with 27 or 9, 3 tables of 9.
Still be 9.
Right here.
Get up. I'm going to get you my
Where's Train?
Probably getting his nicotine fix.
Tell him to get his ass in here. Sure.
Somebody's in there, I think. Okay, I'll get it started in 5 minutes. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Did you get the ad on there too?
Plus 275. No, he didn't get that. He's talking about it.
I think so. Yeah. I think I've only got 28 people, so we may break a table down. Yeah.
11 games? They've been trying to score 75.
One table of 10 then? The rest of
Yeah.
Which one do you want, right?
Yeah, whichever one's the most crammed. Steve will be here. Yeah. but he's the,
Well, I already saw him.
what's that? Body part? Oh, left.
How do you do that every time?
And if there's somebody in, it'll be closed. No, train's out. He's done. There's if you want to, you can try to cram it in this front fridge, or there's one, yeah, that's probably a good spot, if you can find room in there. Rusty, you're paid, right? Okay. We only have 29 people, and it's with that many people signed up online, I'm shocked they're not here. Oh, no problem. Your what? Oh, it doesn't matter. I'm not worried about it.
I wasn't sure if this is being broadcasted and there's non-advertising.
I think they'll appreciate it. I don't think there's, I mean, the only thing is that if I went after them for, and I can always blur it out later. Oh, this way. Thank you. Anyway. I hope so.
Everybody in here has a seat.
Right.
Good luck. No, I'm announcing. I don't want anybody to see my cards and how I play. Are you kidding me? No.
Where it says, when you see two, it'll kind of light up where it says see two.
It won't show your card.
One time today, he stuck up. Bobby Miller doesn't have that. He knows it. Seat 10. Seat 10 on that thing. Yep. I ain't got time to look at your story now.
I think everybody should have a seat.
Good, 29.
Oh, good. Perfect.
You want me to email this to you?
Sure. B.
I'm sorry.
B is in boy. BJAVE. BJA. Uh-huh.
Good luck, everybody, but Justin.
It's, let me make sure you did it. Yep, at rocketmail.com. ROCKETMAIL.
Yeah, man, I was trying to. Good luck, everybody in here with Dan.
You have it. You must have wireless internet.
Uh-huh. You may need, are you,
I can.
oh,
It's Celtic, so I must not have to password.
normal, I think you have to, I don't know. Yeah, no, my phone number is the password, so I don't know.
Read it.
Oh, cool.
See if you got it.
The only thing they beat last time was the guy dropped his pants.
Oh, yeah, they did.
I'm going to pull the loose chips up real quick.
You guys got phones that says kill them.
Yeah.
Please turn them on.
Let's see, we have some, okay, Mark is good, Rudy's good. So if you guys had, oh, geez, everybody here just about knows how to use the table already.
We were talking about it too.
Excellent.
If my dealer's got a mouth, he better just keep it shut.
Oh, the love hasn't stopped. The chips in there are from the other, okay.
Excuse me. You're fine. You're good.
29 buy-ins now.
Good.
Tony.
And I don't think anybody else is showing up, so we're good.
Yeah. Surprising. They're probably sitting over on Carroll Street.
Okay, and just so you guys know, I will be standing around behind you guys announcing, so I have a wireless mic on. And there's a sheet somewhere that has the blind levels. I'm going to use my phone for 18 minutes. Do you guys know where that went?
I haven't seen a sheet. Seen it out there.
Oh, good, yep.
500 and 1,000.
30,000 to 60,000.
25, 50. Tony, what was that signal we worked out when we're behind? Should go running out here.
Oh, yeah. Whenever you're against aces, I'll let you know.
Small blind is 25 up until 200, so that's about
All right, I'm about to get it started. Are there any questions over here? Any two cards go all in. Yeah, keep that handy because I'm just going to tell you every time the blinds are up. I think you can. Any questions over here? I will try. There's 9 players on that table, so I'm going to try to move as many people over as I can. What's that? No, there's not going to be anybody else showing up. I'll grab one then.
You guys pick the highest card I'm going to get tonight.
The only other thing I can think is that there are 2 cats hidden in this house somewhere, and so keep the doors closed so that they don't get out.
Oh, I went to Carroll Street. I didn't know it was like
2, 4, 6, 8.
Over here.
Okay.
Net collecting?
Yeah, we have one late.
One that just came.
In here.
Are you Nate?
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, I wasn't there the last game, so I didn't get to meet you. Oh, you were there the time before, though.
Paul.
Is there a seat for him also?
I think so. Was there? Are we at 10 and 10?
The money comes in here for the tournament. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we do. We have one person, which makes 30, but I can't put him on this table. But I think I'm going to have to.
Guess what Ryan was late?
Yeah, but I don't want to. That seems unfair to the table of 11.
But they have 2 decks, one and one.
Otherwise, you're going to have 7 at a table.
Well, I've got 2 tables of 10 out there, a table of 9 here. The only other thing I could do is when the first person falls out, he takes that spot with a full.
Be an alternate. That's how I would do it.
Okay, is that okay? Yep, and then you're going to take their spot. Yes. Yep, I checked it before. Are you guys okay if I have an alternate when the first person falls out, then this Nate can take his spot? Anybody that says no, I'll have to put 10 on that other table and. No, any no's over here, and I'm okay with it. Okay. Yep. I need an approval or a disapproval. So we have 30 people. Nate just showed up late, and there's 9 on that table, and I can't put a 10th person on there. So what I can do is I can have him as an alternate. That when the first person that falls out, he just takes that spot with however many blinds would have. If anybody has any problem with it, I will force 10 on that table, but it doesn't matter to me. I want to make sure everybody's cool with it. Okay, so no no's? Yeah. In fact, I'm just going to throw that extra stack over there, or actually on that table. Cool. Okay, I've gotten 2 tables of all yeses. One alternate, the first person that falls out of any of these tables, he'll just take that spot. I'm going to put an extra chip stack on yours so that when the blinds are coming off, he's blinded off a little bit till he takes that spot.
So that will be his.
Yep.
But he won't get cards.
No. No, just a position, whatever he would be in.
Passes the dealer, just the dealer throws
Yep, and it's not going to be very long. And with 30 people, I'd say first 20 minutes.
I've got 10 minutes. I'm on TV.
So, okay, let me grab that chips for you.
The voice is on tonight. I want to get home.
Okay, I've got 30 approvals, so we're good.
Vacation that week.
No, got it.
I showed up to help.
That's all I was thinking of. To win a seat and then
Trying to
like
make
stake
this a
somebody
good quality TV.
$60.
Train, can you make sure that there's 75 here?
I'll put somebody in for $200 seat, I'll get 60%, they get 40. They don't cost them nothing to watch.
We're not dealing this player, but this player is blinding into their rotation.
Every time, just take a little bit off every
The
time.
blind is just directly to me. Just in case somebody gets knocked out, he jumps in and he's already getting blinded down.
So when are you gonna put that in? You're gonna put that in as first blind or? You're not gonna get cards, so you're gonna
Yeah.
already have blinds in. So,
Once it passes train, we'll take out the 2 levels.
that's what I think.
I can handle this.
Oh, so they never
Cool.
actually go into the pot.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, they're going into that tray.
They're getting removed from his stack. I'm with him. Okay. So when the deal passes through here, we kill this stack.
Let's play the game of
When, after
And you guys already have this somewhere so that you need it? Okay. You guys have that already? Okay, does anybody want an extra one? I've got one floating around. Okay.
Is he? Is there some more 5-7? I don't think so. Can't complain about it small.
I'm not sure if DJ doesn't help out. He said DJ's gonna run the video.
Obviously, there's no commentary.
Well, it's gonna compensate whenever you're done. You can go back, he's got set up. Look at that early when they said that, I'll be out here ragging on all of you.
But
That's great.
if anyone in this table has a genuine
I disagree with that one. My ex-wife did push me.
Back door. Hey, hey. Something about you guys on Friday night. Thursday through Sunday.
Tequila, backdoor,
One time. For 4 days.
poker in the back,
You guys should make eye contact.
What are we talking
Yeah, that shouldn't be in there.
Oh, you were passed out.
I like it though. It's weird.
Okay.
Changes things.
Okay, 18-minute blinds.
You're the guy in charge of blinds, so when they go up, you have to go up there and tell it.
Oh, good.
Any questions or anything?
That way,
Okay.
Everybody got passes.
at least I have one.
You gotta do what? To get your 2 cards, you gotta put them on that file before you look at it.
Oh my gosh, here comes
You
the
can put them both together.
All right, you guys are ready? Shuffle up and deal. You guys are ready? Shuffle up and deal.
Don't listen to him.
Good luck, guys.
Train, you're good.
32.
Nice.
That's good enough. Put them on there.
If at any time you guys want to know how much time's left in the blind, let me know and I'll get it for you.
Welcome in that area.
17 minutes, 50 seconds.
Don't have kids. 175. Like it.
2 birdies.
You were trying to talk.
I'm going to go check the audio real quick on the, okay.
You didn't warn me that, here.
Sorry.
I'm having problems.
Set press reset.
Reset hand. Oh, reset. So it just does not.
Sorry.
I watch.
Sounds good.
I watch.
Yeah. That's what they all say. Cheerleader.
Don't ask her.
Sorry.
Stand. Stand. Stop.
Right, and if you're just tuning in, you're tuning into Akron Poker League on Chase the Bracelet and Poker on Air. I will be your announcer, Tony Price. And we've already gotten the game started. First to act is Bob. Checks around to Rudy.
2 and a quarter.
225 bet by Rudy. Call by Mark Ruterfellow.
Yep.
Got pointers.
Chris calls also.
You wanted to snap that opportunity, didn't you? Go ahead, Chris. Sorry.
Mark bets 500. Chris folds. Rudy folds.
Yeah, but we know you don't play any below 18. 14, 12.
Let's see, I'm trying to remember names. Is Derby? Greg? Is that Big Greg? And Dave? Is that right? I forget.
Steve.
Steve. All these Steves.
Oh, I got a name for Steve already.
See if we can come up with it again. Action on Derby first. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He's on the big blind. Greg folds. Steve folds.
Pretty cool. Option.
Looks like Rudy's in. Bob's in.
Check.
Suited Dan is in.
Jackson.
Bob bets 125.
What about? Jack, what are you doing over there?
125 bet takes it down. Good boy.
Play last Saturday, dude?
You playing? Yeah.
That's in the dino.
I'm gonna write on them
First act is Steve.
Chip lead, running a couple bags, heading home by 10.
Come back on Friday.
Yeah, I was pretty happy Friday night. Being in the hole, coming out ahead.
Wheelchair, actually,
His league's so large.
no, I want to send him about the information
Oh,
about
you'll
the
see him
200.
Thursday. This week's our game.
About the $200 game.
He'll play. Can he get into the beat?
150 now.
Oh,
Steve makes it 150. Paul Moskowitz calls 150.
That's accessible. Yeah, there's no stairs in there.
Who raised? I'm sorry.
Mark calls 150. Suited Dan, Rick calls 250 or 150. Greg calls 150. Action on Greg first. 750 bet by Greg. Steve raises to 1,500.
Set up, set up. Tony, you just reset that when you're done.
Sure. That's a nice one.
What's up, Sateve?
Sateve?
Sateve. C4, his name is Richard.
Can you put me in as Super Bob?
Supermom?
Super Bob.
Super Bob.
Super.
I think you gotta put him in
That's
Super
where
Mom.
nicknames come from.
Super Mom.
That's where mom days go.
Super Bob.
You just spread on the internet. Don't touch my hand, Dylan.
My kid will come home.
Don't touch my hand.
Straight up.
Oh, get little chips and now you want to throw them in there now.
Calls 3.
Come on.
Calls 3. 3 ways.
Who's all in there?
3 players.
Steve Dack first.
Check. 550.
Chris bets 550.
Call.
Steve Dan calls 550.
Raise.
Steve raises to 1,500.
Draw.
950. Calls.
Chris calls. Okay. I need to grab that chip stack. Thank you. Yep. I'm not sure who it is. Take 75 out.
Take 75 out, 'cause
Assuming
the button did pass.
No, yeah, assuming that the button passed out there.
All right.
I'm out.
Oh no! Rudy Renee's out.
Wow. What happened?
Aces against kings.
You had
Hmm.
aces?
Okay. Which one? Where'd Nate go?
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
2,000.
You can sit in the.
So there was a one pass of blinds that were removed from his stack, so you guys can know that it's all fair.
Maybe. Anybody look closer still?
Cool. Ah.
I'll find a right somehow. Or I'll call you.
You're more than welcome to sit there and watch. No?
Might have been stupid to check it, but.
Chris Becker to act first.
Not like her. What was it all pre-flop, huh? Is that what she's saying? She was saying.
Did you show your hand, Chris? If anybody does fall out and they want to commentate, I set up the commentator mics just in case.
Dan Grafton.
Dan's good at it.
You should go now.
Straight home.
Go right now.
I might even be done dressed when I drive home, so I can get
That's true. If you're all alone, the door's closed, nobody will see.
Oh, there's nothing better sitting home when you're in there watching TV. Am I right? Sure. Thank you.
You wear underwear?
All right.
I have a dog. I have a dog around the house. I have it. Yeah. I have some
Paul checks.
by the sun.
Steve checked. Ace on the turn. 200 bet by Steve.
Yep. And then that noise.
Paul folds. So if anybody does fall out and they want to commentate, I set up the mics over there. So
But we went to the store. They're like in their own little store. Not so bad.
So you're watching the final game for Akron Poker League on Poker on Air, pokeronair.com.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll find somebody.
Where do you live?
So,
Ah,
If he takes first place, checks, he can't write it so bad.
yeah. But
Mark raises to 150. Blinds are still 25.50.
I won't, but I'm going to Texas. Go ahead. I'll come back if you have.
At 2 in the morning.
Volunteer at the final table.
150 to go, Paul.
All right, we'll see you.
Put a noise and hang out with my wife.
5 minutes, 10 seconds left in the blinds.
3 players.
Probably watching the players.
Check.
All players check. Chris bets 275.
Smart thing to fold so you don't lose like now. Call her back.
I don't have my phone.
Yeah, that sucks.
Mark calls.
Get her phone.
Okay. Greg calls. Steve calls.
I like it watch.
Rivers, king of spades.
I heard you the first time.
I know.
Chris bets 650.
It's the best. It's the best relationship I've ever heard.
Juiced.
Mark raises to 1800. Greg calls 1800. Steve folds.
No, wait, on here.
Mm-mm.
Good.
It's on you, Brady.
It's on you. Wait it over.
No, it's not on you.
Trying to figure out how to shut this phone off.
Usually you just hold down the power.
Nuts.
Chris calls.
I couldn't push on ace jack calling me.
Two pair versus straight.
I couldn't put anybody ace jack calling 275 on a draw. Good. Over here for now.
Sure.
I'll figure out a break. Seriously, it should go right off just by pushing it.
Yeah, I would think so.
Am I big blind or just small blind?
2 minutes left in the blinds.
I couldn't push on two pair, ace jack.
2 minutes left in the blinds. Uh-huh. Sure.
What do you need? Oh, it's right here. Somebody needs to borrow it.
What's that?
Heads up.
Oh, you grab, you pick up the line also?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
375.
375 bet by Chris Becker.
Raise at 15.
Suited Dan raises to 1500. Chris folds.
Did you get it turned off then?
Turn what?
Were you able to turn that phone off?
I didn't try. It's far enough away from the electronics, it shouldn't mess with anything. First to act is Bob. Strausser? Calls 50. Okay, blinds are up next hand. 5100. Blinds are up next hand, 5100.
300 left. Call 3. Call.
Sued Dan to act first. Checks. Greg checks. Greg bets 600. Steve calls 600. Suited Dan calls 600. Dan checks. Greg checks. Steve shows a pair of tens with king kicker. Jeez. Try to make as little noise as possible and
Raise. Sample.
Rudy bet 600. Derby calls 600. Chris folds. King of diamonds on the turn. Both players check.
Well, if I don't have to.
Eight of hearts on the river.
Check, 2 pair.
I'll have one next week at my house, and then the Saturday before the game, we're in, on Saturday night will be, what, as many people come, we'll have that day. Yeah,
First to act will be Greg.
And you know we're playing.
looking forward.
It's been a long time since we haven't played forever. We played so early last month. It was like the 16th or something when we played. Mark.
Bet 600.
I never get invited to book club. Maybe you're afraid of my skills.
Derby calls 600.
What you found today, I forget what the answer is.
Chris folds.
350 for you, that's the mouse goal.
Can't money 30.
That's what they say. Can't money is
Let's
not
check.
money.
Hearts on the river.
Heads up. STD.
Suited Dan checks. Bob bets 550.
Call.
I know it's a fucking call.
Oh, I forgot I had two, so.
Two Dan calls.
I didn't realize you had green.
Ace of diamonds on the turn.
Check. 12.
1200 bet by Bob.
Popular way to get work done. Along with the clouds, you let you share and collaborate with others. Play movies with
Good hand.
Couldn't be me. Yeah, maybe we'll put some better cards out there.
Better cards out there?
Better than an ace,
Ace,
king,
king.
I had a king, I couldn't beat an ace.
Oh.
Couldn't beat 3 aces.
Couldn't beat one ace. My hands are back, so I learn how to deal. You know, I'm gonna bust out just so I don't have to-
Steve to act first.
Yeah, really.
$60 for
Oh.
that. Look at that, who folds an ace?
Hard on the show.
Look at me.
Ace of hearts exposed.
Yep. Yeah, it's still 100. Oh. 50 and 1 still.
I hope I don't have an ace.
Three. 325 now.
Bob raises to 325. Suited Dan calls.
To get some of my money back.
Yeah, you kill all the action.
I'm just trying to get some money back.
24 of them, sir.
Chris calls.
225, right?
No, you didn't pull a 7 back yet. I thought it was 3 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter grand? 3 and a quarter total.
2 and a quarter, too. Right. You're first.
Chris stacked first.
Checks. 550.
Bob bets 550.
All of these.
Suited Dan
Raise 1750.
raises. How much is it?
1750.
1750. Extra on Chris.
PJ! What's up, girl?
Going good for everybody except Renee, I guess.
Renee's out already.
I don't think she's ever met Renee.
You want me to ask? Sure. Does anybody want to see about getting pizza?
I would flip in.
I ate before I came.
There's one. Anybody else?
No, I'm on liquid diet.
Got it.
There's two in this.
Not a necessity, though.
Train already ate.
Oh, all right, one in this room.
I'm
Not
sure.
a necessity.
Okay. Okay.
You need
I'm
another
sure
body.
we'll get enough.
About 10:30.
I'm doing good.
People will be begging for that pizza.
Yeah, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
that late, I can go.
Steve Day went to Chipotle.
1 o'clock, all will be closed, we won't get nothing.
Giving out my Wi-Fi? Yep. Actually, I should probably not because the table uses it. Anybody interested in ordering pizza? I only have one taker so far. Anybody over here interested in pizza?
3 raises in a row, huh?
Okay. Paul, you're the only one for some odd reason. Nobody else is interested.
30 people, only one person.
Yeah.
I won't.
Right. That's why you're so late, not for dinner.
Bob shows kings.
Slightly crushed.
First stack will be Chris Becker.
Oh, King's me? You don't know
King's
me
back
very
there.
well. I had a 4.
6 minutes left in the blinds.
Or PJ can just make a fresh pizza.
She could. We did get some gluten-free pizza though. Sure? Is it in there?
It's on the cabinet.
Why don't you get up and...
Great Lakes?
It's not your bag.
So everybody's fine.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll make the host keep you a
It'd be great if you like paid on themselves filling it up.
Hold on, sorry, Rudy. That's my fault.
Yeah, I just see the cards coming.
Our recycle bin's going to be full tonight. Our recycle bin's going to be full tonight.
Fire up the grill and give me a steak going on.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Saute mushrooms on the side.
Yes, sir.
Just go meet for asking you to give me a beer. 600.
Rudy bet 600.
You want a little bit of thick steak?
No way, I want you on your game. I want you to win tonight.
Just the tits too, wouldn't be much more than that. I have to work with what I have. I mean, what am I gonna do?
It's like actions on Mark with that flop.
None.
All players fold. Rudy shows a 7 of diamonds.
Hey, I'm going to shoot them on. You wanna come on?
I think I might start going during the day.
I'm probably gonna leave about 4:30 when my mom leaves.
No dimes.
There's 2 diamonds.
I mean, for me.
Cause I can't go Thursday this week, cause I got my lunch with Lee. I'm going tomorrow.
Bob Strasser bets 425.
Can't have a good hand every time.
Suit Dan calls.
So you just gotta scoop 'em up.
That's you, Rudy.
Oh my God. Hey,
Oh, just let it ring.
who is it?
Ken Burton.
Yeah. That's all right, we'll leave it there. My wife will be home in a minute. I got what's going on.
Four players.
First act is Chris. All players checked.
I gotta check. Be the card.
7.
Chris bets 700. Folds around to Steve. Steve calls.
How does yoga?
12.
1200 bet by Chris Becker.
Nice.
So you were teaching
I
tonight?
was teaching, yeah.
A lot of complaints and soreness and
No.
snoring and groaning.
No, everybody said, great class, thank you. See you next Monday.
That's what you want to hear.
They were lying. No.
Where do you teach at?
Rexville Rec Center?
I'd go to yoga, but I'm always so gassy.
Nice.
Steve folded.
I just kidding.
Button move, Mark Cuterfello to act first.
Do you need me to do anything?
I have it on auto cycle. If you if you want to, you can mess with video, but it can be fine the way it is. Suited end calls 100. Chris calls. Rudy checks his option. Chris checks. All players check. 300 bet by Rudy. Look at that.
Good shot.
Blinds are up next hand.
Well, when they're not priests out there for you.
Watch the first hour.
Blinds are up next hand. Blinds are up next hand.
75, 150.
Gary, blinds are up next hand. Yep. Oh, I'll do that.
Three players. No players. Free call. Heads up. Check.
I think I know what's going on here, Dan.
Play 7 bets.
How much? How much?
Play 7.
How much?
I didn't even know you were
How
here.
much?
Play 7.
Good
Play
call.
6 calls with 2 pair. Ace 10 is no good. Shipping 6.
You didn't give him a drug or something?
No,
Shovel, shovel, box, box, shovel.
I did not. Oh.
That's TV.
75,
75, 150 now.
150.
I was going to do 3, actually.
Binding. Binding.
Not binding, you haven't even started
Binding.
the cut
It's
yet.
my table, I'm in charge.
You're not charging nothing. The only thing you're gonna charge is the street here anyway.
So 75, 150, and we're going to break after this this blind. Yep. 75, 150, and we're going to take a break after this blind.
Again.
Told you to get here like that.
Next time, call.
Shut up.
600.
Raise.
You think 600 pulls me out of the pot?
Hey Jack, I got some of your DNA.
Yeah, bitch, I do.
I can get 5 on. Heads
No,
up.
here's 100, this is short.
That's a cat. No?
Oh. Yeah, it could be. Blonde cat here? Tabby?
White?
Yeah, white, you got a
They
white
have,
tabby.
they have white, but he doesn't have much gray. Although his undercoat is really light.
What?
Thank you, Mark.
Roy, do you know what station that would be on? The Indians game? 62?
That's direct TV though.
Oh.
It might be 30. It's in the, I think it's like 31.
That?
Sports Time Ohio, I think it's 6.
I got close though.
You did.
I got close. Every time you touch my card, you gotta go. I tried to be nice to you when I said that.
Raise.
475.
475 now. Calls.
I should have hung up. One time I checked.
Check 1.
Check once.
2.
13.
That's 13 now.
1,300 bet by Rudy.
Please.
Got it.
Shows an ace.
Rudy shows an ace.
I didn't show that.
Button moves, Greg to act first.
No. It's not. Have you seen it? You can tell.
I'm milking you out of here.
You're watching AkronPoker League on Poker on Air, pokeronair.com.
Sevens,
I didn't realize I split them apart.
Gotta stop touching them. They want vibes or something.
150 now.
Steve Steve raises to 550.
Going to that side this time, change it up.
Call.
Sudan calls.
Oh wait, I got a 5.
Derby and Greg fold. Suited Dan to act first.
Check.
Steve bets 800. Sudan calls.
Check.
1,500 bet and a call by Sudan.
Oh!
Sudan with a nut flush.
Oh my god.
1875.
Yeah, it's next to that 10.
Oh, 8, actually 2 pair, sorry.
Touch
But
the
it's still the
pressure
winner.
Button right? Oh,
Damn.
Oh, I thought you had ace king. You snap called him.
Yeah.
I thought you had a flush too.
So,
No, I don't know about ace king. I don't put anything else on a flush draw, so.
Really? You guys, Gary just left?
Yes.
Hmm.
call.
How many chips did he have when he pushed?
Why are you so worried about it?
1850.
That's it?
1875.
How many chips you have now?
That's to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Because you are-
Derby to act first.
5 players.
Oh, it had the whole hand.
Checks.
Till the turn.
It's okay. It looks good with a cycle.
To the flop.
So it had pre-flop.
Yes, sir.
It looks okay on the broadcast.
I'd rather.
This is the control panel for the video. Correct. Yep.
We had this conversation on a Saturday.
Mm-mm.
No, Friday.
Yep. I'll look into what I can do about that.
That's 400 now.
Especially when you get one outed. Remember that? That was my favorite.
Derby calls.
Robert,
My favorite poker moment in history.
that man.
Good.
Did you bring me a beer?
A few things puckered on
Did you
that.
bring me a beer today?
Okay.
I only have one more.
I'll take your last beer.
You want it? I'll give it to you.
You never take a man's last beer.
I have one.
600 bet by Bob.
I'll take one of Chris's.
Derby calls.
I know he's got
Ace 3
And I give you my last beer.
versus a spade high flush.
You want it?
I would never take a man's last beer.
Well, what can you earn?
I'm gonna keep drinking on number 1 then.
No. 1 and 2 over there. 75.
75, 150? Yep.
For 8 more minutes.
Eight minutes left in the blinds.
$5.
525 bet by Chris Becker. Call by Rudy.
You know, I go out all the time, seeing the torture of me sitting next
Like it, huh?
No, I'm just saying, you know that that's how I like to go out.
Heads up.
Come on, man. Try and do it.
725 bet by Chris Becker.
Raise has been announced.
Rudy announces a raise. Raise to, was it 1075?
1,075. More.
1075 more for Chris to call.
Dealer's in control. Bobby Miller, no pooping. Okay. Do that at the shoe.
Rudy takes it down.
My first round, I'm just gonna call no two-times.
I'd buy it.
I knew you would. Thank you. You know what, I give you free upgrade.
I'd pay cash.
Well, I give you free upgrade.
Free?
Sign and stuff and everything.
Man, I'm all over it.
You'd have like release number one.
Definitely.
Actually, that's like keep number one.
I get number 2.
No.
Dan is Carmen. No pooping. And it would be like pooping IN upon it. We'd leave the G out.
Mission accomplished.
150 to go.
You know, like those no fishing signs.
Yeah.
Just like that. But it'd be some dude living by uncovered.
Lost, like.
Yeah. Like, what am I gonna do?
Suited hand calls 150. Greg calls 150.
Oh, it's 150? I thought it was 2. Self calls 2.
Steve calls 150. Paul checks his option.
Yeah, he checked.
Checks over to Chris.
325.
325 bet by Chris Becker.
Call.
Sudan calls.
Hey, when I bust you, leave your beer, okay?
Beat him.
Muff.
Two players, Chris stacked first. Chris bet 700.
Raise.
Dan raises to 1400. Action on Chris.
2 pair.
Suited shows 8-9 for 2 pair.
You're gonna dump off your chips, can you give them to somebody else? You're gonna dump off your chips, can you give them to someone else like that, man?
I'll do that.
I get it, Rudy, thanks.
Why? Paul, why would you say something like that?
Would you like a beer?
No, I'm gonna take what I can. It's 250. And he has a lot of IPOs.
Bob raises to 450. 475.
Potty open.
Call by Derby.
475.
Close to my other blinds. That way I can go.
All in. 1,025.
1025 all in for Steve. Rudy calls. Bob calls. Derby calls. Three live players. Rudy checks. Bob bets 1,300. Action on Derby. Rudy called. Rudy checks. Both players check. 2 of clubs on the river. Bob takes it down with pocket tens. We lose a player at the feature table.
We get a player?
Yep.
Bring on the next one.
21 seconds left in the blinds. 20 seconds, and are we still at 10 on this table? Who's the deal? Okay, Trevor, you're behind the dealer. I'm gonna don't deal Trevor. I'm gonna move him over. Last hand, we're taking a break.
Last hand, we're taking a break.
Yep, I have Trevor coming in also.
Oh, snap!
Thank you.
Oh, snap!
We're on break after.
Yeah, yep.
The T-dot.
We said you were asleep, buddy. That's what they said. They said that Trevor guy doesn't want to play. Bobby, you're out already? Raised to 7. I got more than him.
Oh, snap.
I got more than him. I got more than him.
Cheese
Mhm.
and crackers.
Yes, sir, I got you.
Cheese and crackers.
Made it 700 straight. 550 more. 550.
Greg, I don't want you to sit through break. Or a little bit of chips. He told me I was.
Looks like we have 2 players to the flop.
Heads up.
I'm gonna check.
1,000 bet by Greg. All in by suited Dan.
Oh, okay. King me. King me. What do I owe now?
2275.
No, I know. Enjoy the break, sir. Enjoy the break.
I love it when you get snapped off.
I'm above starting stack.
Oh, we have aces. Oh.
That's my luck, man. King 10-10
I'll go
board.
over
I
my
got a
king
king.
3. I'll just call
I
your
had king 10-10
man
board.
play
Wait a
3
minute.
hands. You call his all in.
He's got ace queen all day. I had a
I'm
throw.
just saying.
He was a gut
Oh,
shot.
look
The whole
there,
way.
man.
Why don't you go poop your corn out?
We'll go outside and smoke first.
All right, if you didn't hear, we are on a 10-minute break. We will be back.
Every time I say something like that, PJ's always present. I can't ever say anything like that without her being around.
Yeah, I've heard a lot worse than that.
I know, but I'm